Welcome back to the Mike Borowski Market Minute. What are we in now? Week 9, Mike?
I think week 9, week 8, who knows? Week 9.
I think it's week
a blur.
9, and we have a new teammate to introduce you all to. Cinder, can you say hi to everybody?
People love dogs.
Yep, and she's a good one.
So do you want to explain to Cinder and what she is and how she came to your household?
Cinder is 10 weeks old right now. She is a old English Mastiff and Great Dane mix. So a friend of ours had puppies. There was a litter of 14, and I believe she was the third one born, but she's the second smallest in the litter. So we got to bring her home a couple weeks ago, and now she helps out in the office.
Look at those paws.
She's going to be a big girl. You're going to be a big girl. Yeah.
She's doubled in size since you got her about 2 weeks ago.
She has. She has.
She was so frail 2 weeks ago.
And now she's getting meaty.
So today's topic, Cinder's trying to steal our notes. We apologize. So the two topics that we wanted to cover this morning is we were speaking with one of our peers out in a different area of the country in the Midwest. And Sam, what was he challenging us on?
He was challenging us if we actually had low inventory or if we had more buyers than normal in our market.
And the reason why he challenged us is because he's experiencing something completely different in the market that he's in right now, where inventory levels are steady when compared to last year, or maybe a little bit higher, but he's dealing with an influx of more buyers hitting the market, which I think here locally we are as well. But he challenged us, and Sam and I, when we were speaking with him, we thought, you know what, maybe that was the case. Maybe we are experiencing inventory levels being at the same, or not the same, right?
Well, maybe we were experiencing inventory levels being at the same as last year, but we just had the influx of buyers like
Correct.
He had.
Yep.
But that's not our case.
That's not
here.
the case. We definitely have seen levels drop, and I'll share some of these numbers with you. So it's important to note that the sold listings as of year to date, this is February to February, right? So when comparing February to February of last year, we actually had a small downtick of 2.3% of properties that sold. So that means properties sold February of 2021, they were down when compared to 2022. So, or 2020. We had 1,466 closings last February, and that's right before COVID hit. You guys remember that? And then this year we had 1,433. So it's going to be interesting to see what March looks like as far as sold listings go. I imagine it's probably going to look a lot higher in March and April and compared to 2020. But anyways, now let's focus on pending listings. So pending listings are when buyers go under contract with sellers. So the contract goes from active to active with offer, and then it's pending at some point in time. So pending offers in 2020 in February, believe it or not, were 2,142 properties. Now this is a jaw-dropping statistic here. The amount of pending sales right now in February going into March here is only 669 properties. And that proves that we have a huge drop of inventory. Active listings compared to 2020 to 2021. So 2020, we had 4,587 active listings. That means those are properties that are actually available. In March of this year, we only had 3,020. So that's a 34.2% decrease. Now, let's compare that to new listings. In 2020, we had 2,507 opportunities, new listings. This year in 2021 in February, we only had 1,614 available opportunities. So that is 35.6% decrease in new opportunities. So that tells us most definitely inventory levels are down, and they're down big. And I do believe we are experiencing a lot of new buyers that are super motivated by the interest rates, and they're out in the market in full force right now, and it's creating havoc in this market. It's so competitive. It's dog eat dog world right now. The good news is we have you covered if you choose to work with our team, because we have an excellent track record at getting our clients offers accepted. Remember, friends don't let friends work with agents that are inexperienced. Most importantly, friends don't let friends list properties with 6% listing agents. You guys want to come talk to me at 3.99% all in with my award winning social media digital marketing strategy that helps showcase your property in front of tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people here locally in the Milwaukee greater Metroplex area. So, hopefully, you guys found that helpful. We'll give you guys these statistics next month. I bet you they're going to be jaw dropping compared to last year's market in March of 2020, which
Hmm.
people remember March of 2020, everyone was hibernating, hiding in
Yes.
their house. Crazy times.
Yes.
We're still wearing these things though. So, what's the next topic here?
So, the other thing we wanted to talk about today was millennials entering the real estate market.
Yes.
It seems that millennials, so that's people born between 1981 and 1996, that deems you a millennial.
Very popular. I remember the last 10 years how everyone was complaining about millennials. That's us. They were
That is.
complaining about us, how
Mhm.
we're just not responsible adults.
Hmm.
Things have changed like they always do.
Yes. And at this time, millennials represent the largest percentage of the home buying public in the United States.
That's crazy. And kind of sharing that with my experience, I would say that's probably true. A lot of people that I'm working with right now are relatively in that age range. And the most important thing about this little article that we want to share with you is that these millennial buyers, they're actually skipping starter homes. They're going straight for the forever homes, the luxury, $300,000 to $600,000 type properties. They're just skipping over that $150,000 to $200,000 starter home and heading right to their forever home. So I don't know if that's a change in philosophy. Personally, I think that's very smart to do,
Mhm.
because you got to think about when you're purchasing a house and you're buying that starter home. I hear all the time, because I help first time home buyers all the time. And it's a question I always pose with them. Are you sure you don't want to purchase your forever home right off the bat? With me, as most of you know, I'm a tax accountant by trade, so I'm very analytical with the numbers. And it bothers me personally all the amount of money you're paying for the first 7 to 10 years of interest on these properties. So by the time you come back to me to list 3 to 5 years later, you're going to be shocked at how much equity you don't have in your property. So if at all possible, it's very important to at least consider that as an option financially. I think it is a financial decision that's very wise if you can swing that sort of thing. You're just going to save. I mean, you guys might be able to retire 3 to 5 years earlier from your job, and then actually have a retirement if you guys could swing that and avoid those first time homes. Just my take on it from a financial guy. What else is this article saying here
Yeah,
exactly?
the homes that millennials are looking for are move-in ready and typically environmentally conscientious. Um, and it just speaks to, really looking at those features that are more long-term for those forever homes versus a starter home.
I
Where,
definitely would agree. A
mhm,
lot of the buyers I have worked with prefer less maintenance, newer homes built within the last 20 years. That
mhm,
way you don't run into those 50 or 100-year-old issues that you might run into. There seems to be a huge emphasis on newer homes, whether they're brand new construction within 10 years, 20 years. And it's because they just want things to be completely turnkey. Let's face it, that a lot of the younger folks are not in the trades, they're not handy people. They kind of want things to be completely turnkey.
mhm.
Very, very smart article here. So for you millennials, this hopefully this speaks to you. You may want to consider buying your forever home right off the bat. One swing. It doesn't make financial sense to always buy that first time home, the starter home, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5 to 7 years later down the road, get in touch with me to sell it, and you paid tens of $1,000s of interest when you could actually pay the tens of thousands of dollars of interest on that forever home up front and retire a lot sooner. So I'm no Clark Howard or Dave Ramsey, but that's my take on how to do things financially.
Who are Clark Howard and Dave Ramsey?
They are financial guys. I
Ah,
follow them. Their whole thing is being smart with your wallet.
okay.
They give you tips and tricks on how to save money, free apps out there that help you track your net worth, or maybe, I don't know, it's just good financial
Very
advice.
cool.
How to pull your credit scores, how to check your credit reports. It's good stuff. There's a
Nice.
lot of Dave Ramsey followers for sure that are utilizing his program. I'm a Clark Howard guy personally, but that's just me.
Nice. Well, those are new names to me. I might have to look into those things.
You should. All right, so that's all we wanted to discuss with you today. Hopefully you guys have found this video helpful. Hopefully you guys like Cinder. I know I like her very much. And that's
She's a
it.
cutie.
Until
All
next
right.
week, friends, take care.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.